I'm here now with Sandra Bolin, and Sandra, you're a psychic consultant.
Yes, I am.
Now, you bring a different perspective into this UFO conference, and that's regarding Atlantis, Lemuria, and the crystal skulls. What's that got to do with UFOs?
My experience with crystal skulls was a UFO experience, where in 1980, I did not even know what crystal skulls were, but I was taken up astrally into a ship, and there were a number of things that transpired, but right before I came back to my body, I was taken down into the earth and placed in an amber cave and shown a crystal skull and a crystal whistle with blue and yellow feathers on one end and a blue sapphire on the other end. I was told that this whistle activates the skull and that this lifetime I would have that whistle. Now, up to this point in time, I haven't received it, but I know that I will, because since then everything that has transpired, I'm told that it will.
Okay. Now, you mentioned going out of your body astrally and having visions of different things.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something that's normal to people?
Yes, it's normal. They may not remember that they can do it, but every night when we go to bed, we leave our body and we go somewhere.
And so this would explain the types of bizarre dreams that some people have about going to different places, different worlds, different types of who knows what.
Right.
Okay. Now, with the Atlantean and Lemurian and the crystal skull connection,
mm-hmm.
what significance does that have to right now?
The crystal skulls are computers. They have the history of the earth within them. They activate people.
By activating, what do you mean?
By activating, if we need a certain, well, I'm very clairvoyant, so I can see that people, when they need to open up to whatever information is within them, that there's blocks in the body. So certain color rays emanate from the skulls, and they hit a person. Like, for example, you have a block right here, and a purple ray would come right here, and it would open up that area, so that when you receive information, when you open up to information,
mm-hmm.
then it will come down and go through your body, and you'll be able to integrate it, because the importance of remembering everything, our past lives, Atlantis, Lemuria, whatever involvement that we had at that time, we need to remember that to help us this lifetime.
Okay. By integration, what do you mean?
Integration is just opening up and then grounding the physical body, because when your astral body, or your emotional body, or your spiritual body goes through something, it always comes down into the physical body.
So you're saying we have many other bodies other than our physical body?
Oh yes, definitely, we do.
Okay.
And they sometimes they leave and are worked on or whatever, and then they return. So I always, when I work with people, I tell them, take time out from this process and go somewhere in nature and relax and drink a lot of water, and then you won't feel so spacey, you won't feel so burnt out, because this is an actual happening.
So what you mean by integration is that it's a process that gets us through the confusion that we often feel in our jobs, in our personal lives, of not being able to deal with things.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
How can people that don't know about other bodies or the astral worlds or whatever, how can they intellectualize or feeling-wise be able to initiate this process, being ignorant to the things that you've said already?
This process happens to everyone because we're growing beings. There are numerous books. The books are not only at metaphysical bookstores, but at regular bookstores. And if they want to pursue it, and then, of course, there are places where people meet in groups to discuss what's happening to them.
I've also heard that the scriptures have a very large significance in this. How could you relate to that?
The Bible? The Bible?
Right.
Well, my understanding of the Bible is that my favorite part is just knowing that if you are confused, that if you pray, that your prayers will be answered. And
in other words, we all have a direct connect.
And actually, absolutely. And my UFO experience was an answer to my prayer, because I was feeling very despondent and confused and saying, I know that I'm here to do something. I don't know what it is. And that's what happened to me. And it changed my life, completely changed my life.
And obviously for the better.
For the better.
Now, with the prayers, more specifically with the involvement of the Bible, a lot of Christians, a lot of Orthodox religions and things think that this is all a bunch of foo-foo or woo-woo or whatever you want to call it. What do you have to say to that?
I feel that everything that happens to us is a personal experience. It's what we chose, and
personal responsibility have anything to do with it?
Yes, but anything that brings people together and there's a positive attitude and there's love and faith, to me, that's
faith, hope, and charity.
That's what it's all about. So I feel that every religion has truth.
Again, back to the UFO conference here. What types of information are you disseminating to the people that attend this type of function?
Well, I personally talk about my experiences, because I feel that by sharing what's happened to me, I have people come up to me and say, I went through that exact same thing. And then it's easier for me to, sometimes I work with them, sometimes I just say, well, thank you, and talk to them for a little bit. But if they come and I regress them or I do a reading for them, having gone through experiences myself, it's very helpful.
And if you don't go through those experiences, you really don't have a framework from which to understand.
It's more difficult. Not that you can't do it. It's just more difficult.
So in other words, books don't always have the answers, but they can give you at least an idea.
They can kind of get you started, and then usually you're guided to people you need to meet, or work with, or whatever, support groups.
All different aspects of the oneness that creation is, I'm assuming.
That's right.
Okay. Sandra, thank you very much for sharing your time with us.
Thank you.